Hey there, welcome back to Wounds and Wisdom, a secret space for truth, tenderness, soulful growth, and remembering who you truly are. Today, we continue Season 3, The Becoming. And this episode is for the part of you that has lived entire lifetimes inside a single body. The part that fought, clawed, endured, and survived. So you could be here today. This episode is also for the part of you who is tired of fighting and ready to heal. The part that wants softness without feeling unsafe. The part that wants peace without waiting for something to shatter it. Because inside of you live two sacred forces: the warrior and the healer. One protected the life behind you. One is building the life ahead of you. And today, we honor them both. You did not become a fighter by accident. No one wakes up resilient without first waking up wounded. Your inner warrior was not a personality trait. It was a response. A brilliant biological adaptive response. If you grew up with instability, emotional neglect, inconsistent love, chaos that you had to manage, caretaking roles that you never chose, parents who couldn't regulate themselves, fear you were too young to name, love that vanished when you needed it most. Then your nervous system created a protector. What internal family system calls a manager or a firefighter. That part of you who said, I will not let this break us. I will take the hit. I will stay awake when no one else is. I will hold the pain until you are older. I will become the adult we needed. So this protector learned to stay hyper aware, predict danger, suppress emotion, stay ahead of conflict, numb the tenderness, dismiss its own needs, carry impossible weight, stay functional while hurting. So your warrior kept you alive, not metaphorically, literally. Biologically, children in unsafe environments have to activate the sympathetic system to defend, or collapse into dorsal freeze to be able to survive, or fawn to maintain attachment. All of these are warrior strategies. The wound is not that you become stronger. The wound is that you became strong alone before your system had the capacity to rest. Before you had anyone to lean on. Before you have the safety to be soft. And truthfully, no child is meant to be a warrior. But we were. And our warrior did not fail. They succeed so completely that we are alive to hear this today. But at the same time, warriors get tired. Warriors burn out. Warriors hold stories that never meant to be theirs. Healing is not about erasing the warrior. Healing is about the liberation of the warrior. Because now, another part of you is rising. When your nervous system finally begins to trust safety, not intellectually, but somatically, a different presence awakens inside of you, the inner healer. And the healer is the part of you that wasn't available during survival. Because the survival required all your energy. While the warrior scans for danger, the healer scans for possibility. While the warrior reacts, the healer responds. While the warrior protects, the healer restores. Polyvagal theory explains this shift beautifully. In survival states, the fight, flight, freeze, fawn, our brain prioritizes protection. But in the ventral vagal state, our system finally has access to compassion, creativity, emotional clarity, long-term thinking, curiosity, connection, calm presence. And this is where the healer lives. The healer cannot emerge under threat. Not because you are resistant to healing, but because your biology protects you first. Internal family system teaches that protectors, meaning the warriors, step back only when they sense that one, you are not longer in danger. 2, you now have internal resources that didn't exist in your childhood. 3, your adult self can hold what your child self could not. And this is not rejection of the warrior. This is the relief for the warrior. A regulated system says, I don't have to survive anymore. I can feel. I can rest. I can soften. I can trust myself. The healer is not here to erase the warrior. The healer is here to help the warrior rest. There is a moment in deep healing when the strongest part of you meets the softest part of you. And to be truthful, neither one is wrong. This is integration. This is wholeness. This is when your system learns that strength and softness were never opposites. They were always meant to work together. Somatically, integration feels like a breath that stays deep in hard conversations. Shoulders that don't lift to your ears when someone asks for honesty. A chest that stays open instead of concaving inward. A jaw that releases instead of clenching. A voice that holds steady without force. Boundaries that feel like clarity, not dread. Truth that lands without shaking. This is when you begin to say, I can set boundaries without burning bridges. I can speak my truth without rage. I can rest without guilt. I can trust myself without an armor. I can be soft without being unsafe. I can be strong without being hard. Your warrior softens because they see that the healer is ready. Your healer strengthens because they know the warrior still lives inside of you. The warrior brings courage. The healer brings compassion. The warrior kept you alive. The healer teaches you how to live. And this is the dual truth. You survive because you were fierce. You will thrive because you are soft. Place one hand over your heart. One hand over your belly. Breathe slowly. Imagine your warrior standing before you. Strong, loyal, exhausted, protective. Now say inwardly, thank you for protecting me. Thank you for carrying what I could not. You kept me alive. take a pause. Let your body feel that gratitude. Now imagine your healer emerging. Calm, steady, gentle, present. And say inwardly, I am safe enough to soften. I am ready to heal. I allowed my life to span beyond survival. Feel both parts inside of you. And say inwardly, now we walk forward together. This week, write gently, slow, and honestly. When did my inner warrior first appear? What has my warrior protected me from? What does my body do when I reach for healing instead of defense? How does my inner healer already show up in my life? What becomes possible when both parts coexist? Let your answers bring your system into harmony. You can whisper this softly or just let them hold you. I honor the part of me that fought to survive. I bless the part of me that is ready to heal. I am safe enough to soften. My strength and my softness coexist. I do not abandon myself for safety. My inner warrior can rest now. My inner healer can rise now. let them settle like a truth in the body. Thank you for being here with us today. This is Wounds and Wisdom, where your pain isn't shameful, it's sacred. Where your healing isn't linear, it's luminous. If this episode helped you notice your own becoming, share it with someone who may need this reminder. And if you feel called, please subscribe to keep growing with us. And remember, you are not healing or becoming alone. We are doing this together. Until next time, be gentle with your soul.